Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today for a very special episode suggested by one of you. And a couple things I want to just kind of mention before I get going is, well, the first of all, anyway, first thing, my son said to me the other day, he says, Mom, you forgot to tell your listeners to hit the like button and subscribe to your channel so that you don't miss another episode. So that totally cracked me up. And I had to share it. So, anyway, apparently hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. All right. The other thing is, I just want to mention that we're going to be talking about some things that are a little, might make some of you uncomfortable, and might not be the right moment in your day when this video pops up. So some of you may want to wait until you're alone, till later on when you have a few minutes, put your headphones in, and then listen, because we're going to talk about some serious topics today. And I just want to kind of throw in here too that I'm not a trained medical professional, and that anything that I'm going to talk about today, not everything can be verified, just research that I did. And I just wanted to put that out there too. Okay. I'm going to be referring to my notes quite a bit to keep me on track. So if I look down and I look away, that's what's happening. Okay. So the next thing is, I want to start out by asking you how you're feeling today. So how is everybody feeling? Does your heart feel, how does your heart feel? Do you feel light? Do you feel excited? Are you happy that it's Friday? Have you got some plans tonight or a big date? Are you going to be spending some time with friends? Or are you going to be hanging out with the kids? So how are you guys doing? Or are you feeling kind of heavy-hearted? Do you have feel like somebody's sitting on your chest and you're about to cry, and maybe you're upset and angry or just sad, so I think that's an important thing. How are you feeling right now? Take a moment and feel that. Feel it in your heart. For me today, I look outside, there's huge gray clouds rolling by. Kind of dramatic, and then I can see a little glimpse of blue sky in the distance, so all of these things will affect us, will affect our mood, will affect how we feel in any given moment. And I think that I'm going to link some videos down below too, just for more reference, because I want to really keep this focused. So if you're unhappy, don't push yourself harder. That's the worst thing you can do. Picture this or imagine this. Life is a game where you're juggling 5 balls in the air at all given times, okay? You've got work, you got family, you got health, you got friends, and you have your spirit. 4 of them will never be the same if you drop them. It's up to you which 4 those are. I want you to think about that for a few seconds too, okay? And your heart is the energy center of your body. All positive and negative feelings that you come in contact with from life's experiences are stored in your heart. Positive experiences open the heart, and negative ones close the heart. So where are you spending more of your time? Are you spending more of your time with an open heart, positive experiences, feeling good, or a closed heart, angry, sad, jealous, limiting thoughts, beating yourself up all the time, you're not good enough? Where are you spending your time? What feelings are you feeling? I want you guys to dig deep in this next few minutes here. And I'm going to give you some vehicles that you can use to help deal with these raw emotions. And because, really my challenge to you today is to take the first step and deal with the grief, the sadness, the unhappiness, and go deep and see what is the triggers and the causes for these feelings and emotions. Because what happens is, as we grow up in life, we have all these experiences that we, we're going to have memories. And seems that the bad ones we want to bury and we don't want to deal with, and the bad ones are the ones you actually have to deal with now, because they're never going to go away. They are going to keep popping up in the strangest moments. Your heart is kind of like a memory of those things. It's where it stores all of those like all your feelings are stored there. So you have a great memory. It's going to alert all the five senses, and your heart is kind of going to be the first place where you're going to feel it. And are you in tune with that? We're always running from one thing to the next. We very rarely allow ourselves the time to be in the present moment, stop, check out our surroundings, and truly feel kind of like the joy of the moment. Or maybe it's not joyful, but just what's happening around you. Like, let yourself feel that for a moment. Some of the things that I do, because I always have a little notebook with me, and I'll write down little quotes, I'll write down thoughts, I'll write down ideas. And you know what, maybe I'll take a moment and just write down kind of like how I'm feeling, because maybe I'm feeling great and I want to write down why, because I want to practice that on my gratitude tonight. And I want to reflect on my day. Or maybe I heard a song that I love and I don't want to forget it because I just added so much joy to that moment or to that day and created such a great memory. Or maybe I use my voice recorder on my phone because I don't want to forget that moment. Maybe I don't have my phone or my notebook close by. So I'll just use the voice notes, the voice recorder on my phone. And, at the end of the night, I can go back or when I have a few minutes, and I can kind of reflect on the day. And I think that, that is something that I've been, working on, and it's really helped me kind of process some of the unresolved, emotions that have been, I haven't really dealt with. And, we all have these experiences, positive ones. It's the negative ones we gotta sift through a little bit, and because there's going to be triggers that are going to come up in our lives all the time, and they're going to instantly kind of awaken those negative moments, those negative experiences, and all those raw emotions are going to keep floating back to us. And that is part of the piece that's making us unhappy in our life, is because we're just not dealing with those issues. And, I'm just going to throw a little quote in here right now, kind of lighten things up. Well, I'm not really sure what's lightening it up right now, but life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. So don't you want more moments that are going to take your breath away? I know I do. I know that the person that wanted me to talk about this today does. And, gratitude is going to be probably the biggest vehicle that's going to help you see the joy and the potential, I guess, by living a life with an open heart, ready for these positive and wonderful experiences that are coming at you. I talked a little bit about journaling. I'm going to actually include some links, different ways, different things you can do to prompt you to journal, and explain a little bit what that is for those of you who maybe are not in the practice right now of writing down your thoughts and journaling and your feelings. You have your voice recorder on your phone, which is another way if you're not a big writer. Some other ways of self-expression are through drawing or painting. Those can also help you decipher and work through some things that you're feeling and you haven't really dealt with. And also another avenue that I want to talk about is music. So listening to music, or if you play an instrument, that's another way, another moment where you can help kind of sift through these emotions and feelings. Because really the relationship you have with yourself is the foundation for everything you do in life. Loving yourself looks like this: keeping promises to yourself, speaking to yourself in an affirming way, forgiving yourself for making mistakes, not allowing people to walk all over you, not allowing someone to come into your life, disrupt your peace and everything you've created. And then taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. So I've talked a lot today, and I've given you a lot of things to think about. But really, in closing, I just want you to know that my only goal today is for you to take a moment, just kind of stop everything, enjoy what's going on around you. Really put some thought into where you're at in your life. Are you where you want to be? And where do you want to go? And how do you want to feel? And how are you going to get there? So you can't answer any of those questions until you've actually identified how you're feeling. What are those deep-seated emotions you haven't been dealing with? And journal, write them down, draw, do something that's going to help you find an outlet. And then you move forward from there. I hope that's helped everybody. Take a deep breath. For me, I'm going to go do some meditation because I found that this is really, it really took a lot to kind of